Okay.
What's it called? What is it that Carolyn has?
Oh, I don't know.
I forgot.
Hello, Jakob. Hello, Jennifer. Taylor. Hello, Darla. Mummable. Hello, Jennifer. David A. Bear, welcome. Welcome, everybody. File in. Take your seats. There's plenty of room. Hello, Miranda. Christy Bazemore. Hello, it's your boy. No. Hello, it's your boy, Bobby. Sorry, my man. I can't see that far.
You can see farther than me.
Hello, Yana.
Maybe
Hello, Jenna from Monroe, Louisiana.
Maybe I'll get my readers.
How come you can't?
Here.
How come you can't? How come you can't stay? Well, we thought we were gonna. Hey, Andrew, my homie. Hello, ACN C12 Adrian. You know, we thought we'd do it a little early tonight because
Alan wants an ice cream.
We're gonna go on an ice cream run.
Alan wants an ice cream.
We're gonna do a little. What's the name of that place?
Do you want to go to Andy's or do you want to go to DQ?
I mean, that's like A1 and A2. Either one, I am totally happy with.
Well, either one's fine with me.
I'm good with whatever. Hello, Wheezy. Wheezy, I was in your neighborhood yesterday. I went to a Mexican restaurant. What was the name of that place? It was kind of off the main drag a little bit. It was like its own standalone building. It was really good. Had a sandwich and some Lovin Nation in there too. That was nice. Hello, Jamie. How you doing from West Alabama? Good to see you, my man. Hello, Stronger and Wiser. Lisa. Oh, well, it was a nice building. It was like its own building. It wasn't in a strip mall. Hello, Aaron.
Oh my goodness, I'm yawning.
Yeah, I think it was Casa Torres. It was good. I had 3 bowls of chips and salsa. Whoa! Sassy said I'm looking like Big Al instead of the kid with the tan.
Oh my!
I'm darker than Big Al. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying I am. Hello, Miranda. Hello, Evangelina Guerra. They're all right? Wow. I thought it was pretty good. I rolled in there, got a little chips and salsa, little tortilla soup, and I had the number 6 or the number 16. I can't remember. That would be a sour cream and cheese enchilada. No, sour cream and chicken enchilada, cheese enchilada, rice and beans. Hey, Darla. It's one of our very, very best customers, Darla. Darla, I got the name of your husband written down. Greg. Darla and Greg came to the vacation. We had a wonderful time. We didn't get to hang out a whole lot, but we did get to hang out a little bit. What am I, Darla? Chopped liver? Hello,
Hi.
Kelly.
I'm wearing readers, so I can only see stuff close up. I need to get distance ones.
Darla said you're very more beautiful in person.
Thank you.
I mean, she
as opposed to YouTube.
Crickets with the A train.
Thank you.
That's okay. Hello, Krista. Hello, Hector. What's up?
Oh,
Villa Grande? That'd be the big house. Do you know that, Wheezy? That Villa Grande means big house?
Villa is not a house. Casa is house.
What's villa?
I don't know, but casa is
You know
house.
what Ariana Grande means?
Big Ariana.
Ariana Big.
Oh, well, Big Ariana.
Hello, Sam. My man. Hola, Rosa Caceres. All right, guys.
Let's see.
I thought villa was house.
Spanish. No, casa is house.
Thank you, Darla. Thank you. Hello, Micah Joe.
Blanca.
Christy Evans, my cousin, my girl.
Villa Blanca translates to
Villa Blanca. Well, you're not.
How that's right?
No,
How could that be right?
No, he's not doing it right.
Spanish detected. Spanish to English.
I don't use Google.
I don't do Google.
Sam, I am. My man. He's a big boss. Sam got the big promo. Making the big bucks. Easy money. No, not easy money anymore. You're the big boss. Well, some people would argue that the big boss is easy money, but I don't know. I don't know anything about that anymore. Now that I'm not in the corporate world, you have to tell me how all that works, Sam.
It means white villa.
Well, Blanca is white. Yeah,
Well, villa
I
means
said
villa.
that.
Villa means villa.
I think villa is like a house.
Obviously not. Look. Casa Blanca means white house. Villa Blanca means white villa.
Well, that's what I said.
No, you said it means white house or grande house. What'd you say? Casa Grande?
I don't have time.
Villa Grande?
I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Sam, I am. More trips to Dallas. That's good, Sam. We want to see you. We want to see you.
When are you coming?
Man.
You coming this year or next year?
I hope he is.
I think it's next year.
He's coming next year?
I think this year's too soon.
You got anything? I got a little bit. We got Anna's wedding recap, 6th anniversary. We're going to do a lube review. ASASL bingo. We're going to play that and see how many of those we hit. And then,
do we have a bingo board?
Well, our wacky marketing department made a bingo board. And then, just talk about the vacation mostly.
Fine with me.
I think.
Let's get going.
See, Terry, thank you, Terry. Terry said what I said, and villa and casa are interchangeable.
It did, when I put it in this translation.
Who do you believe? Who do you believe, Terry or Google? Thank you. Thank you.
Testing 1, 2. It's not. There's nothing happening.
There's nothing happening?
Look how low I am compared to you.
No, you're not.
I'm going to have to start eating my microphone. Just eating it.
I'm going to give you something you can eat.
Yeah. Unless I absolutely eat my microphone, you drown me out.
Evans, just do the podcast, okay? Nobody wants to hear this bickering. Hello, Tabrina. Thank you. You know, I miss doing the podcast a little bit. I'm glad we didn't do one in. Well, let's just Anita Head, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Anita Head, please pick up the red courtesy phone.
Welcome to our podcast. It's called A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. And I am Kellie Rasberry Evans. And this is my husband, Alan Evans.
A trade in the house.
And thank y'all for giving us a week off to go on vacation with many members of our podcast family. But we are back.
Members.
Are we refreshed? Are we rejuvenated? Actually, I'm very tired. Because we're recording this the Wednesday after we got back to work. And that's usually my big crash day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My adrenaline kind of peters out.
Yeah, because you stay up really late because you're still on vacation time, I guess.
I guess so, but then just life. I always get a burst of energy late at night. My daughter feels like she's the same way. She thinks she took after me on that.
Oh.
But since the last podcast, not only did we go on vacation, my daughter our daughter, Emma Kellie, she had 3 wisdom teeth. I'm not allowed to say pulled because when I say wisdom teeth pulled, I'm immediately corrected by people in the dental profession to say the correct term is extracted. Extractions are what they're called.
Wait a minute. Back up. Who in the dental community is telling
Someone
this?
corrected me that is a dentist on the Kate Craddock morning show.
Nationally syndicated.
Chat.
So they're mincing words here?
Yes, it's pulling and extraction are apparently 2 different things.
Because the last time I checked, when you extract something, you're pulling it.
Well, maybe.
Or you're digging it.
Maybe that's the difference. Maybe it's because they're having to excavate a little bit. Now, I'm probably going to have one of my wisdom teeth pulled using the term correctly because when I was a kid and got braces way back in the 1900s.
Yes.
They pulled your permanent teeth. They pulled 4 permanent teeth, put on braces for 2 years. You got them off, and then your wisdom teeth had room to grow in. That's what they did with me. They don't do that anymore. Our boys, it's totally newfangled way of
Totally
doing it.
new, yeah.
They put braces on.
Well, I don't know how new it is, but
It's
not,
a
it's
newfangled.
not like
It's
it
not
was
from the
when,
1900s.
when we were kids. Yeah.
They put braces on when they're very young.
Yes.
Take them off and then put them back on again.
Yeah.
But I don't understand more than that.
I'll tell you what. Both the boys have had spacers like that widen the palate.
Yeah.
And our dentist, Pincus, Dr. Pincus, he blew my mind. I went in there the other day, I don't know, 3 months ago, and he said, he was telling me about, we got on snoring, and he was telling me about how orthodontia has changed over the years.
Greatly.
And I said, yeah, Dr. Pincus, when I was a kid, they took out 4 of my permanent teeth. I had 4 wisdom teeth extracted.
You had those taken too?
Yes.
You have a lot of teeth in your mouth, or not a lot of room in your mouth.
Well, I got big chiclet teeth, but not a huge mouth and a very narrow windpipe.
Which is unfortunate for me.
Yes. So, I mean, anything more than a mouthful is a waste where I come from. But I never had my palate widened. So he said, man, you got a really big tongue. And I was like, well, thank you. And he said, and then Dr. Ty, my snoring doctor, she goes, you got a really big epiglottis.
I don't know what that is.
And I was like, well, thank you. It's that thing that hangs down in the back.
I thought it was a uvula.
Yeah. Uvula. What's an epiglottis?
I have no idea.
And I'm telling Dennis how to say pull versus extract. But yeah, so she said, you got a really big uvula. Point being, if I had my palate widened, I don't think I would have the sleep apnea problems I'm having today.
Possibly.
Which are on the decline because I've got my mouthpiece now.
Thankfully.
There you go. Snoring talk.
Emma Kellie's never had braces.
She's got really straight teeth.
Oh my gosh. Talk about chiclet teeth. She's got perfect teeth. The only thing she had when she was about kindergarten, her jaw was growing a little wonky, and they put some butterfly spacer in the roof of her mouth with a key. And we had to turn it every night. She was such a trooper. She never cried, complained, nothing. And I believe it's been many, many years, 10 years at least. But they said she'd have to wear it for a couple of months. But literally after like 2 weeks, it had corrected. And so they took it out. She hasn't had a minute's trouble since. But then one of her wisdom teeth was coming in and bothering her. Went and got checked out. And they said she only has 3 wisdom teeth.
She only has 3?
That's what they said. And so they pulled out 3. Now for me, like I said earlier, I had 4 permanent teeth pulled, room for my wisdom teeth. This is probably boring to a lot of people, but I'm going to tell it because I've started. So when my wisdom teeth were coming in, one of them grew in on a nerve and I couldn't even open my mouth. It hurt so bad. But I was so terrified of hearing all the horror stories of people getting their wisdom teeth pulled and or extracted, whichever term you want to use. So I went to the dentist. It was Dr. Hayden, and he gave me a shot. And I was like, I'm so scared, Dr. Hayden. I'm so scared. He said, well, just open up and just let me look at it. So I opened up and I'm like, oh. And then a minute later, he walked away. I said, I'm still just so scared. And I don't know what. He said, Kellie, I already pulled it. Didn't even know he pulled it.
Mm-hmm.
It was that gentle.
It was that easy. Huh?
That easy. But now I've got one that probably has to come out, because it keeps getting a cavity and it's halfway underneath the skin. They keep putting a filling in and it keeps popping out.
What's that other thing you got? You're going to have to get fixed?
I have to get a crown.
Oh.
And we have the best dental insurance on the planet. That was said. A lot of stuff.
Hey, man. Hey, we're looking for a new dental vendor. Hey, man. What do y'all think? Hey, man.
Well, a lot of dentists.
The premiums are only $500 a month.
Here's another boring topic, but I'll say it. A lot of dentist offices are now offering their own plans, so you can buy their plan.
Yes.
We're going to look into it and see if it's a better deal. But anyway, that's dental talk.
So there's dental talk.
Well, Emma Kellie's doing really well. She's in pain today. This is day 2.
Oh, that's not good.
But the dentist warned her day 3 is going to be the worst. So now she's dreading day 3. But I have to give credit to her dad and her stepmom, because this was at 6:30 in the morning when I'm on the Kid Craddock morning show. And, I could have taken off work and done all that, but she's got a dad. He can take care of her just like I could. And her stepmom has been just wonderful. And so they've been taking care of her for the past couple of days.
I was available as well, but nobody even mentioned the kid. But I understand.
Well, her dad.
Well, I understand.
I understand. But he did say that when everybody's like, "Oh, did you film her? It's so funny when they film."
No, it's not.
No, she
It's
was not funny.
No.
She was not talking
No,
incoherently.
you're bleeding, you're
sad.
drooling.
She was sad. She
Yeah,
was one of
it's
the
awful.
criers,
Oh.
not like a big boo-hooer, but sad. And it broke my heart.
Mm.
It broke my heart. And Freddie said she was calling for me.
Mm.
That really broke my heart. Mom guilt is very real. But I've been going over there and taking her yogurt and stuff like that.
Yogurt.
She misses chewing after 2 days. She's all upset. She can't chew.
Yeah, it sucks when you can't eat because that
really
kind of becomes a habit.
Yeah, she can't. But she can eat, soft things. She can eat mashed potatoes and yogurt and applesauce. She's like, oh, I want to chew something. The things we take for granted.
Okay, well, there's dental talk, but we're not going to talk about dental things this entire podcast. Here's what we're going to talk about. Maybe do a little Anna's wedding review. I know you've probably talked about that a lot on the Kid Craddock Morning Show, nationally syndicated. Yeah, but I've been the worst husband in the world. I have not listened to any of the recap. But we can recap.
You don't listen to the show at all anymore.
We can recap it here, right?
Since you don't drive the boys to school and stuff right now, you don't listen at all.
Right. Summer is kind of the downtime. We're going to talk a little 6th anniversary. We had our iron anniversary.
Why are you making that noise?
Because it was the iron anniversary.
And what are you implying?
It's strong. It's rigid.
Oh my God.
It's iron.
Okay.
And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Maybe do a lube review?
If you want.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go crazy and say, yeah, you can't taste lube. Don't be talking about that stuff.
Why? I was the one that brought it up last podcast.
You did.
As long as you talk about it in a classy way and not snorting and all that stuff.
What do I do?
The stuff you just did 3 minutes ago.
What do I do?
Iron, stiff, rigid, whatever.
Is that what I really sound like?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it is.
Horrible.
It is.
And then probably spend the most time on a review of our, it's not annual, it's become like an every other year biannual podcast family vacation. We graduated another class of presidential very best customers. And we will talk about that and that buffoonery. Our wacky marketing department came up with a Sandwich and some Lovin bingo.
It's very popular this year.
For the trip.
I think that's a TikTok thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
our
marketing department's hit.
When something shocking happens, you say, that wasn't on my bingo card for 2023.
Okay.
That's what you're supposed to say.
Well, we're going to talk about what was on the bingo card and if you and I checked any of those and maybe if our very best customers checked any of those. So we're going to do that after you do this.
Okay. Well, I first learned about Thrive Cosmetics from an Instagram ad. Maybe that's where you've seen it, but I was ordering several of their beauty products before they became a podcast sponsor. And one product I use every single day is Thrive Cosmetics Brilliant Eye Brightener every day. Just a little highlighter stick and the Stella Champagne Shimmer in the corner of my eyes. It makes me look like I've had a great night's sleep when you know I have not. The Muna Mauve Taupe shade, I put it on my entire eyelid because it gives me that natural, almost no makeup look, which is just fresh. The foolproof formula makes it extremely easy to apply and blend any of their now 16 shades from a soft silver shimmer to a rich, warm bronze. You're going to love them all. I also love that all of Thrive Cosmetics beauty products are certified 100% vegan and cruelty-free. They're made with clean, skin-loving ingredients with no parabens, no sulfates, no phthalates, all without compromising performance. And I also respect their bigger than beauty promise because for every purchase that you make, Thrive Cosmetics donates to organizations helping your community thrive, including those who help veterans, a cause close to our hearts, domestic abuse survivors, and people battling cancer.
You have to try Thrive Cosmetics to see for yourself. And right now, you can get an exclusive 20% off your first order when you visit thrivecosmetics.com .com/sandwich. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich for 20% off your first order. We love Thrive Cosmetics.
How'd I do?
Well, much better.
Thank you, honey.
Much better.
Let me give you hashtag not an ad real quick. I have become obsessed.
Wait, it's obsessed?
With Milo's tea.
Okay. All right. Where do you
Have
get
I not?
Where do you get this?
Well, I asked Tommy Jean.
Tommy Jean.
Because I was like, is this just a Texas thing? Because I've been in Texas almost 3 decades now.
God's country.
And I don't know what's just in Texas. Because when I came here from South Carolina, I'm like, where's the Duke's mayonnaise? They didn't know what I was talking about.
Is there any other state but Texas?
Where's their sunbeam bread? They didn't know what I was talking about. Now it's all coming.
Oh, you can get sunbeam.
You couldn't when I first moved here.
You can roll on over to Albertsons and get sunbeam.
Now
I could get sunbeam at the BX in Wichita Falls.
Couldn't get it at my grocery store when I moved here in 1994.
I don't know.
Anyway, I was telling Tommy Jean about it. And she says, yeah, we got Milo's here. They sell it. It's a jug of tea. You get it in the refrigerated section, not in the on the shelf section at the grocery store. And they have one that is sweet, but it's sweetened with Splenda. Y'all, I could drink a gallon of it every day. And I don't know if that's good for you. It is making me go to the bathroom a lot because tea is a diuretic. But I just cannot stop drinking it.
Well, some doctors I've heard say you can drink all the tea you want.
Good.
Others have said too much tea can cause kidney stones.
Really?
That's what I've heard.
Oh, my friend Carolyn, she had to go in for kidney stone surgery.
Yeah.
She said the doctor told her, this is a wake-up call for people like my husband, that sardines is one of the worst things you can eat that cause kidney stones. I don't know.
Okay, well, I
told her, I said, you go through phases.
I eat a can a year,
well,
maybe.
You go through phases where you eat them more often than not. You have not been in a sardine
average that out over a year, and I eat maybe a can a month.
Like I'm saying, you haven't been in a sardine phase lately.
They make your breath smell really good too.
Oh, God. The only thing I ask of Alan is when he makes tuna fish
the
or sardines.
Only thing you ask of Alan
when it comes to eating sardines and tuna fish, is he thinks if he just rinses the can out in water and throws it in the trash can, that takes care of the problem. Ladies, am I right? It does not take care of the problem. I say go to the pantry where I wad up all the little grocery store plastic bags and neat little balls. I said, put it in there and take it out in the garbage and throw it away. It stinks up the whole kitchen.
You know what this reminds me of is when a wife doesn't want her husband to commit an act of flatulence in her presence. So she asked him, when you have to commit an act of flatulence, I would like you to leave the room, go do it in another room, like the bathroom. Mm-hmm. Do it. Come back.
But wait long enough for it not to trail back.
Wait long enough for it not to waft back, and then take your seat and say, I'm sorry, excuse me, I had to go commit an act of flatulence.
That's different than putting a can of tuna in the garbage can and letting it sit there overnight.
Come on. What's the garbage can for? Garbage stinks. I'm sorry. Garbage smells, just like a fart smells. So I'm gonna throw my trash away. I'm gonna throw my trash away in the trash can, and I'm gonna cut big farts in my easy chair.
Listen, quit saying the F word. Toots dissipate fairly quickly.
Well,
that can of tuna is gonna sit there and marinate overnight. Anyway,
yes.
What were we gonna talk about? It wasn't this.
Well, you got us going on.
Was it the bingo board? Was it Anna's
wedding?
wedding?
No, Anna's wedding. So Anna's wedding. So we roll on down to Mexico last Friday, 2 Fridays ago, a Friday ago. I can't remember.
Friday before last.
Friday before last. We rolled down
the Friday
to Mexico.
before 4th of July.
Uneventful travel. Everything smooth as butter. No problems. What?
Until.
What happened?
Until we got to the hotel.
Oh, I'm going to let you tell that.
I was like, no problem.
Well, smooth as butter traveling until we got to the hotel. And then they're like, I did. And then they're like, we don't know who the hell you two are.
Yeah, Alan's really great in these travel situations. He's like, not my problem. You figure it out. This is the second time he pulled that stunt.
Oh.
First time
was
on
your birthday. Why don't you add some detail around
First time was on his 50th birthday when we got to Jamaica and our car wasn't there.
And who made those?
It's my birthday.
Who made those
travel agent?
But who was the?
But here is my rescuer, my protector. It happened to be his 50th birthday. Yes. He's like, I ain't doing SHIT.
I'm doing less than SHIT, except for drinking this rum punch.
So I took care of it.
Yes.
Just like I had to take care of this because I was the one that made the reservation.
Yes.
So here's the situation, and I will try to make a long story short.
Yeah, try to pare this one down because this could go for a while.
Anna used a travel agent for her wedding, right? It was a little package. You went to the knot.com and her Ryan's little website. there was the travel agent's phone number. And I called her and I said, hello, we're coming for the wedding. We're only going to be there for 2 nights though, because we're going to transfer to our favorite hotel, the Valentin Imperial, after the wedding. And she said, well, that's the problem. I am only allowed to book people who are staying a minimum of 3 nights.
I see. First thing I don't understand is, maybe I'm too stupid to understand how weddings work, but I don't understand if you have a party of people coming to your wedding,
Mm-hmm.
why does it matter how long they're staying? If
It
they're staying
matters
at
to the hotel.
if they're staying at the hotel, then shouldn't that person take care of all your guests? Why are we being excluded?
What happened is they have a 3-night minimum when they block off that many rooms, apparently.
So it was the hotel's rule.
It was the hotel's rule. And it wasn't her rule, it was the hotel's rule. Okay. So I guess you get a little special discount or something. I don't really know what Anna arranged when it came to that. But she said Anna's mother, they are from Mexico. Anna was born and raised in Cancun, from what I understand, which is where the wedding took place.
By the way, the most beautiful, friendly parents.
Lovely
people.
Mr.
Wonderful.
And Mrs. Castillejo.
Oh,
beautiful.
Bending over backwards to make sure we were okay.
Not have been more generous.
They were very, very, very nice.
And that was their only daughter. They have 2 sons and Anna. So anyway, because they were from Mexico, they had a lot of people coming in from Mexico, and they don't need to stay there 3 nights. So the mother worked with the hotel and made a special arrangement for people that needed to stay 1 or 2 nights. But I had to go directly through the hotel. So fine, I did that. They sent me an email saying, oh, here's the link to put down the half deposit. I did that. No problem. I got a little email back with a little number, like a little confirmation number. I thought there was a little number attached to it. I wrote it down. Not only in my day planner, which I forgot to bring to Mexico, but I had the wherewithal to put it in my phone notes.
Wow.
I had the number in my phone notes.
That works pretty well because it travels with you.
So I get to the hotel, and Alan and I walk right up.
Oh, just.
We were waiting in the line to check in, and our luck, because we're just having the best travel day, they say, come over here to the place they check out people, because we're not busy and we'll help you.
Come over here.
And they go to look up our reservation.
While we're holding champagne.
No.
I was.
No, that was at the Valentin Imperial. They're confusing the 2 locations.
Yeah. How could I do that?
Valentin Imperial hands you champagne when you check in.
And a wet cloth.
This place has like some water towers or something. Alan's getting confused.
Sorry.
So while we're standing there, they are waiting, and he's like, there's no reservation here for you. I said, yes, there is. I have a confirmation number.
Squeeze me?
And I show him the confirmation number. He said, that's not a confirmation number. I said, well, let me look up the email sent to me from your hotel.
So we got a little bit of a Boda match.
It wasn't a Boda match at this point.
Well, it was kind of a Boda match because
became one.
He's telling you don't have the information.
And I said, this is the number this is all that you sent me. And so then I pulled up the email and I showed him that with the, this is your confirmation that you paid half.
Yeah. So you go in with the Boda
uppercut. Don't have it.
He blocks that.
Then he tells me, you are not booked at this hotel. You are booked at Planet Hollywood.
So he gets on the offense and he starts jabbing you down.
He tells me I booked at Planet Hollywood. I said, I did not book at Planet Hollywood. And then I got on my phone and looked up the Knot, Anna and Ryan's website, and I found the name of the hotel, and I put it in his face. I said, is this the name of this hotel? He said, yes. I said, this is where I booked the reservation. He said, you do not have a reservation here. And then I start getting a little upset. And then I explained to him exactly what I just explained to all of you.
And what was the kid
Anna's you're just sitting down.
What was I doing?
I don't know what you were doing because my back was to you because I'm in this man's face.
Yes.
And but I'm very calm. I don't get.
No.
I really, because I've learned that people are willing. I was not being overly gushy nice, but I wasn't being rude.
You weren't being prickish.
I was just being direct.
Like I was.
Matter of fact.
Right. Like I was when Cole and I went in there for a Subway sandwich at 8:45. But anyway.
So anyway, he said, I explained to him, the mother made special arrangements for people who were only staying 1 or 2 nights. He's like, well, then you need to get her up here.
Wow.
So I immediately text the group text because I don't know where Anna is. And we have a Kid Craddock Morning Show group text. I said, does anybody see Anna? I need Anna and her mother.
Mm.
Within 30 seconds of that being sent out, Anna said, "Oh my God, we are on the way."
They just walked by.
They were on the way. No, they were coming because
Oh.
they responded that quickly. They were out by the pool. This is how much Alan's not paying attention to what's happening. He just thinks they just happened to randomly walk by.
I had no idea.
I put out an SOS.
I had no idea what was going on.
Because I take care of it, honey. Because it turns out I am the protector and the problem solver.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But by the time Anna sends me the text that says, "I'm on the way," I look up and the gentleman says, "Oh, here's the problem. Your reservation was made," because this is what you don't, I forgot to mention. When you walk up, you hand them your passports. They have your passports, right? He said, "You made the reservation under Rasberry." So now it was my fault. I said, "Oh, okay." And then I don't know. Suddenly they found my reservation under Rasberry, making it my fault.
Yes.
Even though I handed them my passport and it said Kellie Rasberry Evans. My name is Evans. They said it was under Rasberry.
So they input it as
so back on me.
As Rasberry's your last name?
Right.
Okay.
I said, "I don't care as long as you have our room."
Even though
I'll say, I'll take the L. It was me.
Even though on your passport, your last name's Evans.
So the mother comes up. It's all good. We get our room. But what happened when we were checking out? I just walked up and they said, "What's your room number?" I said what it was. They said, "Oh, Evans?" I was like, "Yeah, it was Evans the whole time." First of all, if I had made the reservation under Rasberry, why did they tell me I made the reservation at Planet Hollywood?
I don't know.
There was no reservation at Planet Hollywood. So anyway, that was the only snafu. But I'm not mad. That was not Anna's, and I wasn't going to bother Anna with it at all, except they were like, "Get her mom up here." That I didn't know what else to do. I was like, "Where are we going to stay?" But it worked out. And the wedding, let's get to the good part now.
Okay.
The wedding.
The wedding was great.
I've talked a lot. Why don't you talk a little bit?
Well, you were telling that story that now I've heard, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. But
you have not heard that story 5 or 6 times.
You have told everyone you know about our check-in experience.
And yet you still got the details wrong. And yet, Mr. I've heard that story so many times, I could repeat it in my sleep. You got the details wrong.
How did I get the details wrong?
We were not handed a glass of champagne. Anna and her mother did not just happen to be walking by.
I thought they just happened to be walking by.
Anyway, why don't you talk for a minute about the wedding?
The wedding was wonderful. It was a beautiful wedding. They had it at this beachside venue that was really close to the hotel. They had all these mats laid out for us. Yeah, all these mats laid out for us so we could walk and wouldn't sink in the sand. I thought that was really nice. So we were all up there. They hand us a cocktail there. I know they did.
Yeah.
And then it was how shall I say? It was a very deliberate event. Like and I think that part of that was because it was a Mexican wedding. There was no hurry to do nothing. I mean, everything was very
The only
deliberate.
thing was they had JC, who performed the wedding ceremony.
My man. He did a great job.
Was given a 30-minute. They were like, "You need to be done in 30 minutes." And he nailed it. And the lady told him he still went over. He's like, "No, I didn't. I did it in 30 minutes." But JC did a beautiful, beautiful job with the vows and everything.
From one man of the cloth to another. I think he did.
His mother, Anna's mother, even wants to have everything that he wrote. She said, I want it. I want to frame it. She loved it. Anna and Ryan does not speak Spanish, but they wanted to deliver their vows in Spanish.
Yeah, he delivered those vows in Spanish. I thought he did really great.
It was a beautiful job. JC we made it very personal and sweet. It was just really good. The thing that Anna did, which is becoming a trend for her bridesmaids, is she told them as long as they were in a shade of champagne, they could do whatever they wanted. And everybody had a dress that reflected their personality. Some of them had strapless, some of them had spaghetti straps. One of them had bows, one of them had sequins, but it was all in a beautiful shade of champagne, which I thought was really lovely.
Well, I had no idea about that either.
Well, you're a man. That's why I shouldn't let you tell about a wedding.
I did notice the men's suits. They were really nice.
What were they?
Blue.
They were blue.
I do remember that. I do remember that.
Anna also had a little meltdown about 3 weeks before the wedding. She realized this is not the wedding dress of my dreams.
Oh.
and they went out and got the wedding dress of her dreams. And she was just beautiful. She said it actually wasn't that much different from her original, but it had just those few extra special touches. You could go to the Kid Nation website or link to Anna's website. I need to still post pictures from the wedding. I'm so bad. But to see how she looked. But it was a gorgeous wedding.
It was really great.
Everybody came in.
The tables at the reception were
Absolutely
so
stunning.
nice.
The reception, the food was delicious. They had so much. Her first dance was a Taylor Swift song, of course, and I will not remember the name of the song right now. But she said it was a song that she heard with Ryan like 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And knew in that moment, if we get married, that's going to be our first dance song. And it
Ooh.
Was. So very, very sweet.
Busted a little move on the dance floor, me and you.
We busted a move. Somebody took video to prove we danced, and then we ghosted.
And then we did.
Because we are not, it was almost 10:30, 11 o'clock when we ghosted, which I thought was pretty good.
I thought that was pretty good.
Big Al ghosted at
My man.
9:45. We ghosted about 10:30, 11, and they danced till 3 a.m.
Well, we danced a little there, and I danced a little at the Valentin. We'll talk about that here in a second.
We had a good
After
time, though.
you do
Thank
this.
you. I was so glad to be a part of such a beautiful, beautiful time.
It was a beautiful
Despite the hotel staff. All right. So I was just having dinner with a friend, speaking of, at the Valentin, and noticed her cute new glasses, only they were not completely new glasses. She just got new top frames from Pair Eyewear. It's so fun to be able to change out the look of your glasses in a literal snap, especially in the summer, because you've got the hot sunny days and warm summer nights. And Pair Eyewear is the only fashion statement that you will need, because you can change up your summer looks in a snap with Pair Eyewear's affordable Sun Top collection. They also offer light responsive lenses, so you can transition from indoors to outdoors, back indoors seamlessly. And all you need is one base frame, because you can literally have hundreds of different looks thanks to the top frames, right? So for my base frame, I chose the Kirby and Blue Tortoise. I just keep adding to the top frame collection, and eventually I'm going to have a different look for every outfit, every occasion, every mood, without breaking the bank, because Pair has hundreds of budget-friendly frames, magnetic top frame styles to choose from, starting at just $60, and that includes prescription. They've got frames for the entire family, men, women, kids. You can all customize your look. Special limited edition top frame, so fun. They've got a sneakerhead frame right now,
That's
top
cool.
frame. And I love the barista, really cute. Pair has top frames to match your outfit, to support your home team, to rep your favorite superhero in one satisfying snap. If you know, you know. And you also feel good about your purchase, because with every pair you buy, Pair provides glasses and vision care to a child in need.
Express yourself whenever summer takes you with Pair Eyewear. Go to paireyewear.com/sandwich for 15% off your first pair. That's Pair, Pair, eyewear.com/sandwich. Just real quick, we had our anniversary while we were at Anna's wedding.
Yeah, on her wedding day was
Our wedding day.
and they sent up a lovely bottle of
it was
champagne
very nice.
and truffles
Yep.
for our anniversary on her wedding day.
Very sweet.
Wasn't that sweet?
For them to think of us like that. Yeah, but we exchanged gifts,
We did. We took them to Mexico with us.
and let's see. We'll tell her about what you got.
Well, for the iron anniversary, I was like, what do I do for iron? So I went to Etsy, and I was looking for, because they have really great gift ideas. First of all, I like to give wedding anniversary gifts with the theme of what the year is, and 6 turned out to be the year of iron. And there's also a modern, I think, was it lace was the modern?
Oh, I didn't look
I'm
up
not sure
the
what the
modern.
modern, I don't remember. I think it was lace. But I like, okay, so I looked for 6 anniversary iron gift ideas, and a lot of people were doing horseshoes.
Oh,
And I thought, for your man cave, hanging a horseshoe above a door with the horseshoe facing up is supposed to be good luck, catch the good luck. But then, so I got him a horseshoe, but I got our wedding date engraved on it.
there it is right there.
And there it is. Are you going to hang it in the man cave or leave it there?
I don't know.
I think you're supposed to hang it over a door frame.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what the tradition
Well,
is.
then I might put it over the motorcycles in the garage.
Wherever. And then I also got him, I didn't know what else to get him. I was like, that's not really enough. And I got an email from this place where we both used to go to get stretched, which professional stretching is very painful.
It's like athletic stretching.
It's athletic stretching. They stretch you further than you believe your body can go, but it's really important. Anyway, they were having a special. So I was like, oh, he loves that. And he's been talking about wanting to do it again. So I bought him a 3-month package.
Yeah, it's great. I went today.
You already had 2 stretches.
I had 2. It's wonderful.
And then Alan gave me.
I got Kelly it's called the Rejuvenation Package from Woodhouse Spa. Hashtag not an ad. Hashtag I think we've advertised for them.
We have,
but hashtag this was not an
ad. You paid for this.
Yeah. So this one is, I think it's a facial, a mani-pedi, and a massage.
Yeah.
So it's like an entire day you have to go. It's going to take like most of the day.
Yeah, I got to find a day where I can do that. But thank you for that. And you also got me a few little iron-related gifts.
And since it was iron, I got Kelly it's like a little ring dish that was iron. And then I got her a wine stopper that's iron. And it said, I think the wine stopper said, always keep your glass half full or something like that.
Something about love or something.
Something about love, yeah. But anyway, so we exchanged our little gifts. And then the next day we made it over to the Valentin Imperial.
Yeah, our favorite.
For the podcast family vacation. So we are driving Luis, who's driven for us before in Mexico. And he took us over to Valentin, didn't he?
He did. His company's gotten pretty big. When we first went on our honeymoon 6 years ago, he drove us.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are on our 6th anniversary, and he drove us again.
That's pretty cool.
Very nice.
Got a picture with him, but he took us over.
I even gave him a review on TripAdvisor.
Oh, good.
You can go look up my review of him on TripAdvisor.
Well, he's great. So
yeah,
he took us over to Valentin. We get out of the car at Valentin, and we just love it there. This is our 5th time we've been there. But when you get off of the bus or the truck or whatever, they say welcome home.
And they give you cool, wet cloth.
A cloth that smells like lavender.
It smells so good. I don't know what it is. It smells so good. Eucalyptus or something. It's something good.
A wonderful experience. We've always had such a great experience there.
They hand you a little champagne with a little cherry in it or something.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. But our wacky marketing department, so they came up with this on the Instagram at A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. They came up with an ASA, A Sandwich and Some Lovin' bingo card for the vacation. Mm-hmm. So let me read these off, and you can tell me how many you did or how many you think people did or whatever. Okay, here they are. People love list.
We had about 50 family members with us, podcast family members.
Yeah. And by the way, before we get into this silly bingo, the group this year.
So great.
Could they be any nicer?
So great.
I mean, all our groups have been awesome.
Chill.
But this was the most chill group.
But the right amount, not like, sometimes when people say chill, they think, oh, wow, like boring.
No, it wasn't like that.
Not like that. They were just chill.
Just chill
easy
people.
To get along with and just fun. And people, the right amount of party, the right amount of stop partying. You know what I mean?
And, I know a lot of the people who went on the vacation, they're probably listening, and I wish I could list everybody who went, but the only people that have been on previous vacations were Jeff, Bad Influence Jeff, and KK.
No, there was a couple more.
And I'm getting to that. Okay. And then Brenda and Jim Fink. There
was a couple more.
Who? Oh, Michael Melkos. Duh. Michael Melkos had been.
There's another one. I'm terrible with names.
And Heather.
Heather.
Okay. So we didn't have many people.
Not a lot of repeats.
That had come from other vacations. But I just wanted to shout out. I met this 2 families. They're from Vernon, Texas. And Reuben and Alan were the dudes in this group. But Vernon, if you're not familiar with Vernon is kind of in northwest Texas. It was a rival of my high school. So Vernon was in the same district as Burke Burnett and Wichita Falls High School and or Hershey High School and some other schools. So I was very familiar with Vernon. So these guys were from Vernon. Reuben and he didn't ever say this. Alan told me this, his buddy Alan. Reuben is a tennis legend in Texas. In fact, Reuben has his own tennis complex in Vernon because his teams won 3 state championships, I believe.
Yeah.
So I wanted to brag on Reuben because Reuben wasn't bragging on himself. Alan said, yeah, he didn't like talking about himself too much. But they were funny guys. They kept on doing a bit all week about who does Alan like better, Alan or Reuben? And at the end of the week, I said, hey, both you guys are pretty cool. I'll give you both 5 stars. So that's the way we ended up. Tito and Amanda, they're from this little tiny town in the Panhandle. It's called Perryton.
They got hit really bad by a tornado.
They got hit by a tornado.
Late June or early June. Well, it's early June, late June.
I think so, yeah.
Sometime in June.
But Tito was so nervous to meet Kellie.
Was he?
That's what Bad Influence Jeff said. Jeff told me that Tito and his girlfriend or wife, I can't remember, saw him at the pool and said, "Hey, is Kellie here?" And he was really nervous to meet you.
Oh, I felt so bad because they had to come later in the trip. They came.
They came the day before we were leaving. Yeah,
I know everybody. Their schedules with work and everything. He came on Thursday, so I was really glad we got to hang out with him for a little bit because we left on Friday.
Yeah. Heather from what we mentioned,
Yes.
Heather from Louisiana, she came on the 2000
the last one,
21 trip, the big trip, the Blue Hats. Chris and Julie from Lubbock. So Chris, he's a member of law enforcement. He gave me this.
Oh, this is Alan's new buddy.
Oh, love Chris. But he gave me this coin. It's a SWAT coin. It's like a lot of people collect these. They're like 1.25 inch coins, and this one's like a SWAT. He said,
"Where'd you put it?"
Well, I have it somewhere. It's here in my office somewhere. But he said they're really hard to find. This one in particular. So he gave me this coin. I thought that was really cool.
He used to be like Secret Service detail.
He did Secret Service. Yeah.
Yeah. He has protected Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
He protected George W.
Yeah. Are you giving away any classified stuff?
I don't think so. If it was classified, he wouldn't have told us.
Okay. Lisa and David Vogel. So they're in Allen. Lisa and David had been to the Valentin many times, but this is the first time with us. Lindsay Coyne, who is a huge fan of the podcast, very best customer. She's been to some of the Oaked events. And unfortunately,
this is such a shame.
Her husband, Keith, he couldn't get a passport in time.
He applied in March.
And it just didn't come in time. So
Isn't
at the
that
last
awful?
minute, he had to bail, which we felt really bad about.
So bummed.
Really bummed about that. Michael Melkos, we mentioned, he was there again, which is awesome. He's one of our good friends.
He brought his friend Kara.
Yes. Lori and Trey from Midland. They had come all the way from Midland to be part of this. Darla and Greg, Velisca. I mean, we had a lot of people come, but those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head. So, okay, back to the bingo game.
Oh, did you mention the couple that comes all the time? You did.
The couple that comes all the time.
Yeah, you did.
The couple that comes all the time.
Yeah, they've come before too. The guy with the red hair. What? Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm horrible with names.
Rachel.
Yes, you
and
mentioned
her.
her.
And her husband.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mention them.
Oh, Rachel.
Yeah,
yes. See, I remembered Rachel. I didn't remember her name.
I'm not
terrible with names.
I'm not great with names, but I'm better than Kellie is.
Much better.
I'll tell you that.
It must be all the Milo's tea I'm drinking.
Whoa. Okay, so bingo. Here are the blocks. Danced in a contest.
Well,
Jeff did that, didn't he?
Well, was it a contest? Remember when on 4th of July everybody got there and danced with the people that were leading the dance?
Yeah.
Was that? It wasn't
Not a contest. Not a contest, but we had red hats up there representing.
Yeah.
And they were twerking.
I would give that as a half of bingo.
There was twerkage with our hats on, which I was proud of. Heard Hello Hand.
You told it a few times.
I did not tell it.
You didn't?
I sure didn't. One of the first things, going back to Ruben and Alan, one of the first things they said is, "Can we hear Hello Hand?" And I said, "Well, it's a long week. I'm sure you'll hear it at some point."
And you never told it?
Never told it.
Well, you know what? The anticipation of it is better than the payoff.
True.
It's
and
true.
I think that's why I'm gun shy to tell it. But
you built it up too much.
I told Michael Melkos, Mama Yoti, which is another one of the 3 most lewd things I've ever heard in my life, along with Hello Hand. And
Mama Yoti is a worse story. It's more lewd.
Michael Melkos graded Mama Yoti much higher than Hello Hand.
Oh, right. It's much grosser.
So maybe I'll start telling Mama Yoti instead of Hello Hand.
Again, it's I don't know if the payoff's worth it.
Oh, yeah, it is, because you get to do the Mama Yoti salute.
Yeah.
Made out with a stranger. We had some single people. We had some married people too. But I don't know that anyone made out with a stranger.
Don't look at me.
I have to ask those knuckleheads who left the resort and went over to Playa.
They didn't make out with strangers.
Yeah,
I would have heard about it.
Got lost. You and I got lost on the resort. We've been there 5 times. We got lost.
We got lost.
Remember, we took a left turn to go to the restaurants,
yeah.
and then the next thing we know, we're all the service trucks are.
We were talking and we weren't paying attention, and we took a left that it said employees only, and we didn't realize it. And I'm like, where did that wall come from? I've never seen that wall. I just don't. We were so lost. And then an employee guy came by and we said, we're trying to go to the breakfast restaurant. It was literally 100 feet to the right. We just couldn't see it for the trees.
Yeah.
But I still tipped him because he was very nice.
Montezuma's Revenge.
Well, we did have some people that got a little ill.
I don't know what that means. I think it means
the diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
We did have you had some issues, did you not?
Oh, I had the worst issues.
But I don't know that it was necessarily Montezuma's Revenge.
I was up all night. I was shitting every hour on the hour.
It was pretty.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah,
I was very, very sick for probably
36 hours, a day and a half.
Yeah, probably a good day and a half. I was just, I was really, really sick. But yeah, so we can check that box for sure. Wardrobe malfunction. Now this happened to Melissa Hecht in the original trip.
Well, it happened to me, but nobody saw it. Remember I wore my very first day that bathing suit? Every time I bent over, my boobs would pop out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody saw it.
When they popped out, they'd go
boing.
Boing.
But nobody saw. Nobody saw.
I had one in the ocean. Nobody ever saw.
Yeah. So does it count if nobody sees it?
I was body surfing and then hit a big wave. I go face first into the sand. And then my pants or my swim trunks were down around my ankles.
Really?
So I pulled them up real fast. Nobody saw.
Yeah.
And then there's sand all in my, and then all day they're up in my.
Yeah, that's gross.
That's not good. Got arrested.
Nobody got arrested.
Thank goodness.
That I'm aware of.
Because if you get arrested in Mexico,
that's not where you want to happen.
Good luck to you. We can't help you with that. And then a proposal. No proposals.
Mm-mm.
No proposals.
Again, not that I'm aware of.
Not that we're aware of.
So that's it.
I would say overall it was a wonderful trip. We had a lot of downtime. We had a little bit of party time. But the group was just super nice. I also misspoke. Darla and her husband Greg, they had been on a previous trip.
Okay.
So there was another couple that had been on a previous trip.
Okay.
But the majority of the people had never been on a trip. They had never been to the Valentin. So I hope that everybody was happy. I think they were. We got nothing but good feedback when they told us about their experience at the resort. They said the resort was
our favorite.
More than they thought it would be.
It's our favorite. And people are like, well, you need to try something else. Don't you want to go to the same place over and over? But I'll tell you what, every time we try someplace else, we're like, man, we should have gone back to Valentin. Every single time.
The food is amazing. And we upgraded our package to now they call it the privé.
Privé. I guess people didn't like privilege.
Instead of the privileged.
I guess it sounds bad.
Package. Well, it sounds very pretentious.
So it sounds like white privilege too.
Whoa!
Well, I think honestly, I think that has to do with it.
We
don't be woeing it, but let's be honest. I think it probably has that negative connotation.
I wasn't going to go there, but now they call it.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I think it has that connotation.
Now they get you privé.
It's privé.
Privé gets you 4 bottles of booze in your room. This is like name brand stuff, the big bottles. It gets you lobster with every meal if you want it. It gets you a covered palapa at the pool or the beach.
Yeah.
And it gets you priority when you make your reservations.
Yeah.
And it's not very expensive.
Yeah, because the first night we walked up to our restaurant and a guy walking back, he's like, good luck.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't get a
Why was he so bitter?
Because he didn't have privé. And we're like, thank you.
Yeah, we're like,
walk right in with our reservation.
Okay, buddy. Sorry you didn't upgrade. But I got a reservation.
It's sometimes it is a little tough when you have your heart set on going to one restaurant and they're like, well, it's going to be an hour wait, but at a resort that just sometimes happens.
So we roll into the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there with my lovely wife, Kellie Rasberry Evans. And I think we were just sitting there about to get a drink order. And then one of the lovely servers came over, and the lovely server's name.
This is at the Italian restaurant.
At the Italian restaurant. The lovely server's name was Fabiola.
Fabiola.
Why don't you take it from here? What happened? What did you observe?
Well, I observed we were at the Italian restaurant, first of all.
How come I can't remember
I
anything?
don't know.
Yeah.
So we're at the Italian restaurant, and Fabiola comes up. She doesn't care if I have a wedding ring on my finger. She just has a fit over Alan.
Yes.
I mean, it was like, oh, oh my God, you're so handsome. Oh my God. She's looking at me going, yeah. Oh, he's so
She was
hot.
fanning herself.
Fanning herself. And I was
Yes.
like, what is happening?
Yes.
So I immediately take out my phone and start taking pictures. You can see this on my Instagram. I did post this.
I want to say she called me Papi too.
She was just
She
loving
did.
on some
She called me
Alan.
Papi.
She's like, oh, and she'd go away and come back. She's like, oh, I can. She said, are you a stripper? And Alan's like, what? Keep on, Fabiola. She's like, I love your tattoos.
Yes.
I love your chest tattoo. She's just going on and on.
Yes.
But not in a gross way.
No,
she was very sweet.
She was being very nice.
Fun.
Yes.
And every time she come by, she's like, oh, I can't look at you. Anyway, so I took pictures with Fabiola.
But you think she does that with every guy? So she's Senorita Big
Did
tip?
it affect her tip?
Oh.
Did it?
It was huge.
She got a big tip.
Huge.
But it was fun. It was cute.
It was cute.
So that was fun.
And
now Alan got, for everybody to know, look at you sitting there so cocked back. And why don't you tell them about that?
And then you took a video of me. We were watching MTV, the 80s.
Yeah, as we're checking out of the room, sadly.
Yes,
didn't want
very
to
sad.
leave, but
very sad.
We're packing, and I turned on, well, they do have a channel number 99, but I didn't think that was the appropriate time to turn it on. So I'm flipping around, and I found an all 80s MTV channel.
Which we were digging.
I was digging it, because, I mean, it was like back when, and everybody says the same thing. Back when MTV used to play music videos, that's what it was. So it was all 80s videos.
That sounded like you almost changed your voice. But.
Well, I mean, but it was like Whitney Houston and Tina Turner singing, I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. You know, she used to do that stink on
that is
that stink.
Probably that and Cher might be your two best impersonations.
And there was that. And then Rick Astley came on. And I was like, the Rick, I said the Rick roll. And Alan started like trying to do his version of the Rick roll, which proved, in fact, that Fabiola was wrong.
Why?
That my husband is not a stripper.
Why not? I can't just be a stripper by proxy, by looks.
Can you imagine these strippers nowadays, the things they have to do, the gyrating and the thrusting and the humping and grinding, and you get up there and do what you did?
I'd be like Chris.
You think people would really be stuffing dollars in your G-string with that?
I'd be like Chris Farley instead of Patrick Swayze.
No, because Chris Farley put his heart into it. Chris Farley worked for that. But anyway, we enjoyed it.
Why don't we, before we bring it home for Jerome, why don't we do this?
Well, listen, we just got back from vacation. And, if you go on vacation and you realize you don't want to go home because the hotel mattress is more comfortable than what's waiting for you at home, you need a new mattress. And Alan and I recommend Helix because this is the magic mattress that saved our marriage.
Wow.
That might be a little extreme, but listen, when you fall asleep faster, you stay asleep and you wake up feeling refreshed without having to work a kink out your back because it's so uncomfortable, it does affect the quality of your marriage. It affects your mood and your relationship. Anyway, finding the perfect mattress is simple thanks to the Helix Sleep Quiz. In less than 2 minutes, you are matched with the perfect mattress for the way you sleep, delivered straight to your door with free delivery too. Now, are you a side or stomach sleeper? Are you a big and tall sleeper? Do you sleep hot? So you want a mattress that actually cools you off? Helix has a unique mattress for you. And this is exciting because Helix is now introducing their newest, most high-end collection, Helix Elite. Helix has harnessed years of extensive mattress expertise to bring their customers a truly elevated sleep experience. The Helix Elite collection includes 6 different mattress models, every one of them tailored for specific sleep positions and firmness preferences. And every Helix Elite mattress comes with a 15-year manufacturer's warranty and the same 100-night trial as the rest of their Helix mattresses. 100 nights to decide if you love it, which we know you will, but if you don't, you can return it. Helix is not only the #1 mattress picked by GQ and Wired magazine, their kids mattress, designed for kids ages 3 to 12, was chosen the best mattress winner by Parents magazine.
Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/sandwich. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Thank you, Helix.
Thank you, Helix. Speaking of firmness preferences, we're going to do a little review on the.
You want to talk about the lube? Because listen, y'all, I was optimistic. I bought the biggest bottle of lube I've ever purchased.
I don't understand. Well, you need to change your voice when you say that. But
I do not, because I am a grown woman.
I don't understand.
And I'm talking about relations with my husband.
Grown ass woman. I don't understand why you bought such a big bottle.
Because that's what they had.
I mean, what is it, a quart?
It wasn't a quart, but it was a good size.
Okay.
And it was a name brand that I recognized.
Durex.
Recognized.
Is it Durex?
Because I've tried other brands that I have not recognized before, and I've not had, it was Durex. And we have not had the best experience.
Durex.
With like the tackiness and the.
Yeah, some of that other stuff is like syrup.
Yeah.
And then it didn't matter how much I
applied.
Scrub my member.
Oh.
After relations, it didn't matter how much. I just couldn't get it off.
Yeah.
I mean, no pun intended, but yeah.
And you didn't change your voice for that.
Right. So this brand is Durex. I didn't realize. So I did a little Instagram snooping on Durex because I was going to tag them, but then But then
you were so pleased.
Well, yeah, I was pretty pleased. I would say I was pleased with the quality of the product. It performed well.
That's fine.
My big thing is rinse it off.
Yeah.
Like, because when I'm done, I'm done. I'm done.
No cuddling.
No, I want to get
done.
Want to get cleaned up, get my shorts back on, and just lay there with the remote. You know.
That's romance, y'all.
So anyway, so I was gonna tag Durex, but then I panicked because I looked at their Instagram. It was all rubbers.
Well, they do condoms.
I know, but they didn't have any of their personal lubricants on there.
Okay.
Well,
you could have taken a picture of it and posted it and tagged it, I guess.
Oh no, I was just embarrassed.
But we have plenty left.
Oh my God. Yes.
Plenty left. I was overly optimistic, y'all. Didn't quite go through as much as I hoped.
Well, would have had to have done it every day, like 10 times a day to use up that bottle.
It was our anniversary.
Well, mission accomplished. As W said one time.
I'm just saying we could have used more. That's all I'm saying.
Lube or the relations?
Alan.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, it takes me a little while to recharge, you know. I'm like an iPhone 4.
It's taking more than 2 days?
I'm like an iPhone 4. It takes me a while to recharge.
All right. Well, there's our lube review.
I'd give it 4.5 stars.
That's great. Out of 5?
What would you give it?
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy.
On our iron anniversary.
Oh, God. Okay.
What would you give the kid on your iron anniversary?
You did a good job.
Thank you.
I just wish we could have.
Thank you.
I wish I could give you more stars for frequency.
Well, to put it in a baseball, to make a baseball analogy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't get a lot of hits, but when I get a hit,
oh my goodness,
I'm going yard.
Sometimes
I'm going 450 feet.
Sometimes it's more about quantity than quality.
Oh, so you just want a bunch of singles?
Sometimes.
You just want a bunch of singles?
Sometimes.
Well, okay, we can do a bunch of singles, but you know, if you want to touch all the bases,
oh my God,
and bring it home.
Hi.
All right, babe. Enough of this buffoonery. You got anything else?
No.
All right. Well, me either. I love you desperately.
Love you. Let's go get ice cream.
Yeah, let's go get some ice cream. I love our listeners desperately. I love all our podcast family, vacation travelers, presidential customers very desperately. If I goofed up anybody's name,
we surely did.
I'm really sorry.
Please don't be mad at me. I can't remember nobody's name. I remember faces. I'm good at faces.
Yeah, I'm good at faces too.
I remember names for ish.
I'm okay with names.
It's the worst.
But I'll tell you what. I'll sign off after saying this. I am on the way to Sturgis. My plan is to go up through Vernon, say hi to Ruben and Alan and their families. I want to see Alan's liquor store. He owns a liquor store there. And then I want to go up through the Texas Panhandle.
Oh, so you can maybe see Tito.
So I can see Tito because he's in Perryton, this little tiny town. It's up in the top. You know how
really close to the Oklahoma border.
Yeah, you know, Texas Panhandle is like a big rectangle. Like it's up in the very top left.
Yeah.
So
is that on your way?
Not really, but I can make it on my way. Yeah. So that's my plan anyway. So hopefully we see a lot of you again someday. Hopefully.
Well, I'll be bacheloretting it again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going. I asked Patrick the other day and he said, well, he needed to check.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not sure
Maybe there's not room for you.
Well, there may not be. And you know, my backup plan, if there's not room for me, might be to try to knock out that 50 coast to coast in 50 hours. Wow. Jacksonville to San Diego in 50 hours.
Those I don't like you doing because I think that's dangerous when you're trying to do it too fast. You get sleep deprived, you know.
It hurts your coccyx too.
Yeah.
All right, babe. Well, love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately. But I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Okay. El Papi.
Were these letters supposed to be read?
Love letters.
Or these left over?
Love letters to Kellie. Those are ones we got to get to.
Oh, we need to put them somewhere. They're very thick.
I'll put them somewhere.
I don't know that Michael was listening tonight.
Michael Melkos? There he is. He's right there. Oh, he was napping. Michael, you got a lot of love on the podcast, man. Have you recovered? Oh, Darla, you guys are in Haslett. That's right. Darla, I'm sorry. I guess I had forgotten you went on the Blue Hat trip, right? That was the big one. That was where we had I think we had over 100 people on that one. That was the flesh-colored cocky show stealer Speedo trip. Oh, Miklos he was just rocking the freaking, it's not the Speedo, it's the, I've worn them before. They're kind of like board shorts, but short ones. I couldn't rock those this year. Ho, 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 ho. Solo. Ho, ho, ho. Oh. Well, I hope it's not COVID, but hopefully it's something.
Who?
Michael.
You have COVID?
No, he said he hopes it is so he can just say he had it and get past it. Yeah, Darla. Yeah. I mean, when you rock those trunks and they got the word massive all over them, first of all, that's bold. That's bold. That's like something I would do. But I wasn't going to do it this year. Maybe next time. Think I can rock the Speedo that says massive all over it?
Yes, you can.
Although I think Michael said that was a...
What's wrong with that?
It's a gay brand.
What's wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not a gay man, so I don't know that I could pull it off like he can. In fact, I know I couldn't.
A sandwich.
Thank you, Charles.
And some lube review.
That's a lot of lube talk in the last two podcasts. Didn't you just do that?
Oh, let's see. Somebody give me a title.
Well, I mean, you can't.
Kellie and Alan.
Yeah. I think I'm still recovering too. That's why my memory is kind of wheels off. I haven't eaten dinner. Have you eaten dinner?
I had some yogurt earlier.
Yogurt.
With him and Kellie.
Maybe I'll just eat a snack so we can go get some ice cream. Yogurt. All right, guys. We will talk to you all very soon. That's okay, Charles. Hey, I'm just passing along the cost of the consumer. Those hats have gone up astronomically. You wouldn't believe the amount of money I spent on hats, but that's okay. That's what they're for. They're for the vacationers. All right, guys.
Does anybody give me a title for the
A
podcast?
sandwich and some vacay. A sandwich and some. You could do lube review. A sandwich and some Durex. A sandwich and some. A sandwich and some iron anniversary. There you go. A sandwich and some iron anniversary. A sandwich and some. My husband's a stripper. See, Kelly can try to make fun of me, but I can so easily mess with her, and then she's like, "Stop it! Look, see."
God. The worst is when you get somebody that goes.
A sandwich and some Big Papi. A sandwich and some My Husband the Stripper. That's a sandwich and some My Husband the Stripper. It's a good one. There you go. All right, there you go. Done. All right, guys. Love y'all. We will see you very soon. A sandwich and some stripper. On the social medias. Bye.